Hi YouTube, Jake here. Today is February 18th, 2013, and I thought I would present a list of 10 basic things one might need to begin training. So we'll start with the very first one on the list, the most important thing on the list, good health both of body and of mind. I believe it's never too late to start on the martial path, but we do need to be in good health and hopefully good mental health as well. So, take care of yourself, eat correctly, get a lot of rest and sleep, and train the mind as well. My personal motto, the true master is the eternal student, means we never stop learning. We can always learn, whether from books, videos, other people. We need to be inquisitive and, ponder things deeply. Ponder things deeply. So, good health, mental well-being. Okay, number 2, a place to practice. You don't need a lot of space. It's wintertime where I live, so I practice in the basement. And as you can see, it's not really very big. I mean, in the background there's an elliptical machine and an ab lounge, but got a table here, keep stuff on, hand wraps, gloves and the like, But fact is one doesn't need a lot of space. And in fact, in the summertime, I practice outside quite a bit. So if you have a gym that you go to, that's great, but also a home training area like this is fantastic. Number 3, proper instruction. Having a good teacher can really help you along the path in a much faster manner. Can one learn from books, DVDs, and videos? Yes, one can. But having someone who's gone ahead of you on the path to guide you makes a world of difference. So number 3, proper instruction. Okay, number 4, notebooks. Notebooks, pen and paper. They're a great thing to have. I mean, they're cheap. You can get a big notebook for like $1 at Walgreens. You can use it as a training log. You write down thoughts, discoveries, epiphanies, those kind of aha moments. You go back, they're referenced. I mean, these are just some of my notebooks. I mean, they're just mega. You just write all these, epiphanies, aha moments, things that, you might forget. I mean, I have notebooks and notebooks of this stuff, I mean, these are, you always want to keep, a notebook's a great tool. A notebook's a great tool, and I mean, it's just, they're cheap. You know what I'm saying? And well worth it. So, notebook, pen and paper. Number 5, a mirror. A full-length mirror. They're cheap. They're an invaluable training aid. You can correct mistakes, practice non-telegraphing, see yourself, practice perfect form. Shadow box in front of the mirror. It opens up holes. You can work on your defenses. Just a great thing. You can get a full-length mirror, a little bit smaller than this at Walmart for $5. I've seen them. I've gotten them there before. Put a couple together and you've got even more space. This particular one I put up on a tub. That's my incense holder on top of there because we have cats and they smell bad sometimes down here. But anyway, look, man, so it's flush with me. If I step back, I shadow box. Look at this. Got a line right here, of tape. I can see my full body. Awesome. Mirror. Excellent. Number 5. Number 6, the punching bag. These are both 100-pound bags. They also make them in 80 pounds, 70 pounds, and 50 pounds. If you've never worked with a punching bag, I'd recommend the 50 to 70 pounders to start off with, but invaluable. Excellent power generation, power development, conditioning, knowing what it's like to hit something really hard that has some solidity, just a must-have. Must-have. We'll be doing a lot of things with the punching bag, so excellent thing. Number 6. Okay, number 7, hand and wrist protection, and body protection. This ties in with my number 1 on the list, which was good health. If you hurt yourself, you can't train, and that's no good for anybody. It's no good for you if you can't train. So, anyway, this is a traditional boxing wrap right here. I wrapped up. And even with conditioned hands, knuckles, and wrists, I hurt my wrist about a week ago, and I still can't really punch very hard with it right now without it hurting like crazy. So that's traditional boxing wrap. Keep your wrist, protect your wrist. This kind of does the same thing. It's an Evergel glove. It's got padding on the front here. It's got a wrap around the wrist. This will dig into your knuckles right here, these knuckles. Like if you did some kind of a leopard palm strike, it will dig into those. But it's good. It's got built-in wrist protection, very important, and it's got the gel over the top knuckles, the big knuckles, so that's kind of good. Here we have, there's a boxing glove. This is a bag glove. Okay, I got this like probably 3 years ago. I think it's a Century. But these things, this is washable, which is a good thing, because if you're not new to the game, I don't have to tell you. If you are new to the game, this kind of stuff winds up stinking like you wouldn't believe. Plus, it's very unsanitary if you don't keep this stuff clean. So that's why, you know, I've got Lysol right there to wipe this big boy down and that big boy when it's up, and all my other bags too. So, but anyway, hand protection, you know, be careful and don't hurt yourself, otherwise you can't train. So wraps, number 7. Number 8 on the list, a training partner. Man, that's the nature of the beast. This is really a two-person game. So if you have a friend, or you go to a gym, you get some regular training partners, you know, if you go to a martial arts school, really helps in a two-person game. Otherwise, it's like trying to play chess by yourself. So, number 8, training partners. Okay, number 9, extra training gear and tools. Just as an example of what I've got here at home. I mean, here's a couple focus mitts. You know, one goes on each hand. You can see it's fairly thick. These are really, I love these. These are good ones. Anyway, practice, you know, all kinds of combinations. You know, somebody else holds them, obviously, but all kinds of combinations. You know, your timing, distancing, ranging, I mean, pretty much everything. It's awesome. And then that's a kicking shield, nice and thick. That's a good thing to have around. Then, you know, speed bag, double-ended bag, other things one can buy, or you can make homemade things. This is something that, you know, I found this piece of wood laying around, and then found this. It looks like must have been a part of I don't know, a blind or something. I'm not really even sure. It's a piece of metal. It's hollow, but it's fairly solid. So I just took Gorilla Tape and taped it on, and look at what I've got. I've got a balance board. I've got a balance board with that thing on below. It's extremely unstable. You stand on here with both feet and practice techniques and really, you know, hone your balance, work on your balance. How much did that cost? It was free, totally free. Look at this. Found a PVC pipe down in the basement. I don't know, maybe I'll get a wider, bigger one, bigger dimension, but found this in the basement, man. I can go to Home Depot, buy a 70-pound bag of sand, you know, buy a couple eyelets and some foam, and maybe some chain or some heavy-duty rope, and just, you know, drill a couple holes there and put some hooks and fill this thing with sand and wrap it with foam. And look, man, I just hang it right up inside one of there, you know, hanging it so it's going lengthwise like that. And I've got an uppercut bag. So instead of spending, you know, $80 for an uppercut bag, I can spend like probably less than 15 and I'll have one. Then here's another thing. Look at this. Some PVC pipe, again, laying in the basement. So I just took that. It's not very, you know, thick, but I took that and then I just wrapped a rag around the end, put on a boxing glove, you know, stuck that in the back of a ladder, and you know, look at this. And then here's something else that was just laying down here in the basement, this long, you know, drywalling thing. And so anyway, I stuck it in there. So look at this. I mean, from a distance, I mean, look, there's the bag. You know, yeah, and if I wail on the bag, this stuff can bounce around, but, you know, I can practice, you know, I can practice my angles. I'm close to the bag. Look at this. I mean, that's like a right coming up. So, look, I'm just going to hold the camera. It'll look weird, but I'll go slow. Look, I'm slipping. I'm slipping it. I'm slipping it. See? And then I can come around. I can work on... But the point is, that didn't cost anything. You know, my girlfriend can hold this on any one of these rungs and stab it at me, and I can practice, you know, evasion techniques. So use your imagination, you know. So anyway, that's And number 10, I left that intentionally blank, use your own creativity and imagination. Come up with your own things, and really all one needs to do this stuff is a healthy body. But all the other stuff, man, it's like icing on the cake. It's like icing on the cake. So, remember the true master is the eternal student. The eternal student should be creative. Think of your own stuff. It's great. And I'm going to start throwing up instructional vids real soon. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thanks for sitting through all of this, and we'll see you later. Cheers.